Hello friends, Iceberg out of Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson. Today I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of this 2009 Harley Davidson Softail Crossbones. The Crossbones is another one of those bikes, in my humble opinion, that had way too short of a run. This bike just absolutely screams Harley Davidson and all the attitude packed into one motorcycle. Of course, let's just move right up front and talk about the money on this motorcycle, which is that beefy and beautiful Springer front end. I absolutely love Springer motorcycles. To me, that's exactly what a motorcycle should look like. I love the mechanical look of everything up front. Love how the forks, they run all the way down to that big, fat, spoked front tire on there. Just a beautiful, beautiful front end on this motorcycle. Now, of course, that we've talked about the Springer, let's move to the heartbeat on this motorcycle, where you're going to have the 96 cubic inch air-cooled V-twin engine. Beast of an engine on this motorcycle. This bike comes in just over 650 pounds fully loaded and ready to roll down the road, so that 96 cubic inch is going to pull you anywhere you need to go. Let's continue on and move down from that. As you can see, you have the nice addition of the 2-in-1 Cobra Exhaust on this bike. This Cobra Exhaust sounds fantastic on this motorcycle. It's a nice change up from the standard of your Bassani or Vance & Hines, the Screaming Eagles. You don't see a whole lot of the Cobras, especially on the Harleys. A lot of them go more on the metric bikes, but I really do like this 2-in-1 Cobra Exhaust on this bike, and I am going to take the opportunity right now to fire it up so you can hear that exhaust. As I said, that Cobra Exhaust has a really nice low and throaty sound on this motorcycle. Looks fantastic, sounds fantastic. Let's move up and talk about where you're going to spend all your time on this Crossbones. Have this very nice 2-up seat on here. This is just a nice, simple, flowing with the lines 2-up seat. Really like the complement on here. If you know what a Crossbones originally comes like, it has that seat that sits on the springs, kind of that Springer seat on there. It's just a solo rider at that point. I like this addition. Kind of really flows with the lines of the motorcycle, really kind of accentuates and brings out that nice fat fish tail, or ducktail fender on the rear there. There are not passenger pegs on this motorcycle, but you can put them on if you did want to do some 2-up riding. Let's move back up front and talk about the handlebars on this bike. These are going to be the 18-inch chopper style. I believe these are the Suicide chopper bars. They do some very cool bars. They give a lot of flavor and a lot of attitude on here. I'm right around 6'1". As I get older, I shrink a little bit, but anywho, that's a whole different story. When I sat on this motorcycle, I found that my hands were just above my shoulder height, so not too high up. So if you're doing long rides, you're not really going to get that hand fatigue and lose kind of the blood flow to your hands. And they do sit narrow on this motorcycle as well, so you're really kind of in this position with a narrow hand stance on there. It's a nice setup. I do really like it. As this Crossbones sits on our floor, survey says it has 5,402 miles on it. This bike is in incredible condition, and it's one of those bikes that we don't see that often here in trade. So if you have been looking for a very cool and custom Harley Davidson Softail Crossbones, look no further. It's on Dillon Brothers floor. Stop out today. Come talk to any of our sales staff. They are all happy to help you out. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson family, thank you so much for checking out our videos. And always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.
Dillon Brothers.
Grab your freedom. Come on, let's